Second quarter of this grand final between Anakie, Lara and Eastern Suburbs, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. PO Box 1561 Geelong 3220, phone number 052 430 653 to order your copies for this game or any other game here today, and which is under 17 here at the moment. Is a very good contest. Neither side has been able to get a break. It's been balanced between both half-back lines, and I think this should be another very good quarter. Waiting on the spectators to get back over the fence before the umpires start this second quarter. All right, the umpire holds the ball aloft for the start of the second quarter here this afternoon. The siren sounds and we're underway. The bounce of the ball in the centre, up they go, favours no one. No one took the advantage of that knockout. Picked up for Eastern Suburbs there by Brandt Ingenberg. It's kicked forward though for Anakie, Lara, and a nice mark taken at centre half forward by for Anakie, Lara, and I think this is Brendan Jolly, is it? Number 3, yes, a lovely kick right down towards the square. In front, Anakie, Lara couldn't take it. Scramble play down there. Eastern Suburbs get it out wide, thump the ball towards the boundary line and over, and we'll have a throw in. Waiting on the boundary umpire now to bring this ball back into play. Players set themselves. Thump forward there for Anakie, Lara by Kevin Green. It's brought out though by the defence of Eastern Suburbs. Picking it up there for Eastern. He couldn't pick it up, but he got a push in the back and will take a free kick, and I think this is Brandt Ingenberg. Right between fullback and centre halfback, thumps the ball down towards the centre. A mark's built there for Eastern Suburbs. Anakie, Lara kicked the ball forward through Matt Truan, but a nice mark taken down there on the half-back line for Eastern Suburbs, and I think it's Rundle, is it? And he's on the ground, unfortunately for Eastern Suburbs, in a little bit of trouble. Picks himself up, going back now to take this free kick. Right, comes in, kicks the ball wide towards the wing, where a nice mark taken out there for Eastern Suburbs by Sean McCallum. McCallum now kicks the ball across towards centre half forward. Out in front, Eastern Suburbs were being held there, going for the ball, and the free kick will go to Eastern Suburbs and will be taken by... Right, that player, I'll pick him up in a minute, kicks the ball down. Stevenson from behind, all over his opponent. Play on, calls the umpire. Right, he handballs it out. Anakie, Lara desperate in defence. Go around the boundary line. A nice pick up and kick forward by Kane McLeod. Kicks the ball wide towards the boundary line and over and out. That Eastern Suburbs player before was Carl Ingenberg that kicked the ball forward. But I think Eastern Suburbs are in trouble with their full forward down here. Big Stevenson is not too good. Right, the boundary line throw in. The ball's thumped forward by Anakie, Lara. Comes out wide, where we see Anakie, Lara through the agency of Jason Greaves. Tap the ball towards the centre. Kick off the ground here. Kicks the ball wide. The race for the ball now, where we see Anakie, Lara get a nice play by Anakie, Lara. Handball the ball forward, and that was good play by Jason Greaves. He's still in there trying to get this ball. Eastern Suburbs picked up by Anakie, Lara. Screw kick forward by Stuart Hazelton. Kicks the ball down towards the 50-metre line, where we see in there for Eastern Suburbs is Brandt Ingenberg. His handball goes wide. Picked up by Brendan Jolly for Anakie, Lara. He kicks it down, but all on his own down there, taking a nice mark for Eastern Suburbs. Been pushed to the ground after Sam Cust.
Desperate finals football there, Barry.
It was. Cust now kicks the ball out towards the 50-metre line. Players set themselves. Over the back of the pack it comes, where we see Anakie. Nice play here by Eastern Suburbs, but in the way for Anakie, Lara is Jason Greaves again. He kicks the ball down, but it's all Eastern Suburbs down there. Rundle couldn't take the mark. There's 4 of them there. Rundle picks the ball up, kicks it back, and he's found no, he drops the ball. Jason Greaves in there again for Anakie, Lara. Picks this ball up, thumps the ball back towards centre half forward, but there's no one there again for Anakie, Lara. They come across again, pick the ball up, a handball to a running teammate here in Paul Hooper. Hooper, shocking kick on the run, and over the line and out on the full. He had plenty of time there, and it was good play by his teammates, and unfortunately he let him down. The kick comes wide by the Eastern Suburbs defender there, goes close to the boundary line, picked up and handball forward for Anakie, Lara by McLeod. It's still close to the boundary line and over and out, and we'll have a throw in. Right, the throw-in sees Eastern Suburbs get the tap down, come away from there, kick it towards the centre wing. Players set themselves. Over the back of the pack it comes. Picked up here and kicked forward for Anakie Lara by Graham. Goes down towards the half-forward line. Nice play there and kick forward again by Chris Wojcik for Anakie. Nice pick up here on the run and a handball over the top by Brendan Jolly. But the ball goes over the line and out, and we'll have a throw-in.
Nearly copped one a bit high for his troubles too.
Right, the boundary umpire brings it in. Over the back it goes. Nice shark here by Matt Truan. Runs into goal, has a flying shot and brings up his second goal for the afternoon. Anakie Lara's second. And at the 5-minute mark of the second quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions, we have Anakie Lara on 2 goals, 1-13. Eastern Suburbs, 1 goal, 3-9. And that was nice play there by Matt Truan. The boundary throw-in went over the heads of the ruckman. He was sitting at the back, grabbed it, took off, and a nice shot on the run brings up his second and Anakie Lara's second here for this afternoon. The ball back in the centre. A nice bounce by the umpire. Up they go. Tap forward for Anakie Lara there by Hazelton, where we see kicked off the ground. No, being held, I think, there for Eastern Suburbs will be Brett McCallum, and he'll take a free kick just inside the centre square on the defensive side of the centre for Eastern Suburbs. Right, McCallum now comes in, kicks the ball wide towards the half-forward flank. Out there they go. It's a push in the back and a free kick. No, the umpire's bringing it back. And the free kick will go to Anakie Lara. I tell you what, it'll be 50 metres if he doesn't hand it over soon.
Bit of confusion.
No, no one knows who's got it. Yes, that's better. Back it goes. Right, Anakie Lara over there in the half-back line, thumped the ball forward, and that was kicked by number 19, who we haven't got in the record here this afternoon. We'll have to try and chase him up at half-time. Right, a quick kick forward by Anakie Lara, finds a teammate down there, and a nice mark taken by Stephen Wilcox. Wilcox now comes in, thumps the ball down towards the square. Players set themselves, taken off the pack, and a flying shot for goal by Brendan Jolly for the Anakie Lara side has brought up his first goal this afternoon. Anakie Lara's third, and that's come up at the 6.5-minute mark of the second quarter. On the guest video scoreboard, we have Anakie Lara now 3 goals, 1-19. Eastern Suburbs 1 goal, 3-9. That was good play there by Brendan Jolly. He grabbed that ball off the pack, spun around and brought up a 6-pointer for the Anakie Lara side.
Very handy goal.
Yes, they've got a good break here at the moment. 2 goals in this time of the game is quite handy. Right, the bounce of the ball favours Anakie Lara in the centre. It's thumped down there by the big fellow, doing a good job, Hazelton. Kick forward by Anakie Lara over the half-forward line. Rundle for Eastern Suburbs, runs onto the ball, pushed in the back. Bad play there by Brendan Jolly. He had the opportunity to tackle, but he pushed, and Rundle takes a free kick. He kicks the ball out towards the centre wing. Over the back of the pack it comes. Kicked off the ground by Eastern Suburbs down towards the half-forward line, and a nice mark taken out there by Filet now. The ball kicked down towards centre forward. Over the back of the pack it goes again, but Anakie Lara kicked the ball quickly, and it comes out here towards the half-back line. Nice shepherding work done there by Eastern Suburbs. A quick kick forward by number 10 there for Eastern Suburbs, and Troop. Ball comes wide now for Anakie Lara, run under it. He's having trouble. Coming across for Eastern Suburbs was Whitcomb. Good play. He's had 2 or 3 to beat there. He's dived on this ball, picked it up. Nice play by Whitcomb. Screws the ball down towards centre forward, but no one home. Anakie Lara come out of defence, thumped the ball down towards the centre wing. Coming through nicely there for Eastern Suburbs was Vag, but he couldn't control it. He's back onto it now. A nice handball out by Vag. Picked up for Anakie Lara there by Green. Runs across, has one bounce. Runs through the centre, steadies, shoots the ball down towards the half-forward line, between the half-forward and forward pocket. Coming out desperately there is the defence. Picked up by Anakie Lara. Quick kick down towards goal. I tell you what, bounces the wrong side of the big post, and 1 point is the result. And that takes Anakie Lara to 3 goals, 3-21. Eastern Suburbs 3 goals, 20. And Eastern Suburbs 1 goal, 3-9. And that came up at the 9-minute mark of that quarter, for the second quarter. The ball kicked back in quickly here by the Eastern Suburbs defence, transferred down towards the wing and over the line and out of bounds.
Let's go, Naka!
Right, the boundary umpire with the ball now. Brings it back into play. Up they go. Hazelton in there is still for the Anakie Lara. Couldn't get the tap down this time. Scrambly play over there on the half forward line. The umpire will have to move in here and will ball it up. Right, we've been travelling 9.5 minutes into this, the second quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. A bounce of the ball, Hazelton, but over the top, Jacobs comes for Eastern Suburbs, diving on the ball there as he, and a quick handball out, finds Downs for Anakie. Running onto the ball, couldn't pick it up there was McLeod. The ball goes out where it's picked up nicely by Truan. He dodges and weaves, kicks the ball down towards the half forward line. He was dumped after he kicked that ball. The umpire, I think, was in two minds whether to pay that one, but he's paid it down there, and Anakie Lara will get the benefit. Down on the half-forward line, the ball's kicked towards the centre half-forward. Over the back of the pack it comes, swooping on the ball there for Anakie Lara, and having a shot for goal is McLeod, and it is a nice shot for goal too by Big Kane McLeod. He was over on the wing a while ago fighting for the ball, has gone down the ground and picked that one up and brought up the fourth goal for the Anakie Lara side, and we are now 4 goals to 26. Eastern Suburbs 1 goal 3-9 at the 10.5 minute mark of the second quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions. Well, Paul, Anakie Lara getting on top at the moment.
Certainly have had a bit of a run.
They're getting good drive from the centre from the big fella in Hazelton, and their half-back line is firm, and Truan, Jolly are playing quite well around the ground. The bounce of the ball, Hazelton again gets the tap down, but it's sharked this time by the other ruckman, Jacobs. He kicks the ball out, but out there missing the mark for Anakie was Neil Graham. He's good enough to trap the ball here, kick the ball down towards the half-forward line. Running onto the ball here, he misses it this time, was Truan. Nice handball out by St Albans. The ball goes wide where we see for Eastern Suburbs, O'Leary trying to pick the ball up. He couldn't. Scrambly play out there on the half-forward line. Thump forward for Eastern Suburbs. A quick kick down there by Eastern Suburbs. Sees the ball go wide, over the line and out of bounds. I think Eastern Suburbs at the moment are not looking. They're just getting the ball and kicking forward.
I think they're a bit rattled.
A bad kick there by the Anakie Lara player on the half-back line. Tried to pick out Jolly, but his kick was wide and over the line and out on the full, and the free kick to be taken for Eastern Suburbs by Sean McCallum. Right, McCallum right on the wing on the far side of the ground, kicks the ball towards centre forward. Up high was Eastern Suburbs. They couldn't get it. Coming through nicely there was Anakie Lara. Kicked the ball down towards the the wing, tap forward and run onto the ball here. Nice play by Downs. He loses control. He picks it up again. Kicks the ball down towards the forward line, over the head of the full forward here. Now the race is on for the ball. Good play here. Anakie Lara here, picked the ball up, dodging and weaving. He runs into a nice tackle there. The player with the ball was Hommeloff. A good tackle put on him there by the Eastern Suburbs player in Cust, but the ball spills over the line and we'll have a throw in. Right, the throw in the forward pocket. Thump forward by Eastern Suburbs. Scrambly play picked up by Eastern Suburbs, kicked the ball out, but no one home for them, and taking an uncontested mark is Kane McLeod right on the 50-metre mark on the half-forward flank for the Anakie Lara side. Right, the short pass is on, but it's not long enough. He should have kicked long then, as Paul said. The ball comes out towards the wing, over the back of the pack. Anakie Lara, good shepherding here. Oh, player caught very high there, caught with the ball. It comes out. The ball spills free, goes close to the boundary line. Picked up and kicked forward for Anakie Lara by the big favourite Hazelton, but his kick goes over the line and we'll have a throw in. Umpire missed a couple there, Paul.
Yes.
Right, this free kick to be taken by Gary Whitcomb for Eastern Suburbs. Kicks the ball over towards the centre. The bouncing ball there. Tried to trap there Eastern Suburbs by Troop. He couldn't do it. Running onto it for Anakie Lara is Truan playing a good game. Kicks the ball wide. No one out there. It's a race for the ball. Nicely trapped for Eastern Suburbs by Sean McCallum. He's kicked down towards the wing. His player pushed in the back. Teammate pushed in the back there and should take the resulting free kick. Right, the ball over on the far side of the ground. Kick forward for Eastern Suburbs towards their half-forward line. A bit of pushing and shoving. There's a chance for Eastern Suburbs. Over the back of the pack it comes where Finley runs onto it. He can't control it. He's having trouble. But a pushing the back, bad play by Eastern Suburbs there. And the free kick will go to Anakie Lara. Instead of Shepparton, he got into the back of Neil Graham, and he takes a kick on the half-back flank. Kicks the ball towards the centre, but no one home except Whitcomb for Eastern Suburbs, who takes a mark just inside the centre square. No one moving down on the forward line. Right, Eastern Suburbs kick the ball down towards centre, down towards their forward line. Tap forward here and ball grabbed there, but the umpire move in and ball it up. I think there's been a change for Eastern Suburbs. I didn't see him, but I think he's gone off the big full forward, has he, Stevenson? Number 41, yes. I can't see him out there. I must have missed that. Right, the bounce of the ball down there. Up they go. Thumped forward by Hazelton again for Anakie Lara. Comes down where he picked up a long handball out there for by number 19, who receives the handball back here in O'Leary, but his kick goes down, and a free kick or a mark going to Eastern Suburbs to be taken by number 50, is it? He's also not in the record, so I can't give him a name. Right, he comes in, has a shot for goal down there, but he's off target, and 1 point is the result as we see Stevenson coming back onto the ground here, and
he's a big boy, isn't he?
yes, he is, Paul. I wouldn't like to run into him in the dark. Right, a lovely kick in by the fullback this time, but a nice mark also taken out there for Anakie Lara by Matt Truan. Truan now thumps the ball down towards the wing, and a player sitting out there all on his own takes an uncontested chest mark. Right, the ball kicked forward for Anakie Lara down towards their half-forward line. They spill the mark down there. Coming off the ground for Eastern Suburbs is Ricky Troop to allow Big Stevenson to go back on the ground. The ball down to centre half forward for the Anakie Lara side. The umpire has called for a bounce. Right, the bounce of the ball at centre half forward. Up they go. Getting the tap down for Anakie Lara was McLeod. The ball goes forward, being held without the ball there. Play goes on. Eastern Suburbs kick the ball wide. Whitcomb takes a mark on the wing. Plays on quickly. Runs around. He loses it. Tried to do too much. In there, kicked off the ground for Anakie Lara by Hazelton. Goes out. Whitcomb's trying to make up for his mistake. He's in there. He's trying desperately. Gets pushed. No free kick given. The ball going close to the boundary line. Brought back in by Anakie Lara. Still close to the boundary line and over and out. Must give Whitcomb a little bit of credit there. He played on from that mark, which was a little bit foolish. Lost the ball, but then he followed that ball all the way in desperation, but unfortunately couldn't get it back for the Eastern Suburbs side. The umpire is going to ball this up. Right, the bounce of the ball. Up they go. Hazelton couldn't get it. Tap forward there for Anakie Lara by Truan. Goes down where we see Eastern Suburbs. Rundle trying to come out. Coming through Eastern Suburbs again. A long handball. A kick in mid-air there by Anakie Lara. Sees the ball go. Hazelton thumps the ball down, but it's all Eastern Suburbs. Picked up by Condaris. Kicks the ball down. Finds a teammate here on the wing. And that mark has been taken by Lee Troop. Troop sees a teammate in the centre. Went half-hearted for that ball in Brett McCallum. Goes over the top where we see nice play here by the defensive Anakie. Picked up at centre half-back and kicked in towards the centre. The ball trapped here for Anakie Lara. Over the top of it goes where we see Truan get the ball. Screw round, kicks the ball down towards full forward. Caught behind his opponent. No, he wasn't. How did he get that one? How did he get that one, Paul? I thought the Eastern Suburbs fella had that for mine, but number 25 for Anakie Lara in Paul Hooper, the full forward, snuck in from the side and grabbed it. Hooper now coming in from about 35 metres out, directly in front. The drop punt, a lovely kick off the boot. It's going close. The wrong side of the big sticks, and 1 point is the result. And at the 18-minute mark of the second quarter, brought to you by Guest Video Productions, we have Anakie Lara on 4 goals 3-27, Eastern Suburbs 1 goal 4-10. Right, to kick in from full back, so Eastern Suburbs go through McCallum, get this ball. He runs through centre half back, kicks the ball down towards centre half forward. Thump forward by the defence, picked up by Big Hazelton. Kicks the ball down towards the half forward line. Over the back, waiting for Eastern Suburbs is Ingenberg. Kicks the ball into the centre and finds a teammate there who takes a chest mark right in the centre of the ground. Right, he runs around the player on the mark, kicks the ball forward. This was McCallum, I think, but down there taking a nice mark in defence for Anakie Lara at centre half back. Oh, he's dumped up. Bad play there by the big fella there for Eastern Suburbs in Stevenson. He dumped the Anakie Lara player in Primer after he kicked the ball. Right, the ball down in the forward pocket, picked up by Rundle. He's close to the boundary line and over and out. Right now, the ball down in the Forward pocket here for Anakie Lara. Frustration showing on the Eastern Suburbs players at the moment. Right, the boundary line throw in, up they go, the ball tapped down, where we see Truan run onto it, a quick kick for goal, but he's off target, and 1 point is the result, and we see that Anakie Lara now go to 4 goals of 5, 29 to Eastern Suburbs, 1 goal for 10. Right, the kick in from full back, and a nice mark taken for Eastern Suburbs there by Brant Ingenberg. Right, Ingenberg on the half-back flank, looking further down. He's got nothing down further. Kicks the ball towards the wing, but straight to an Anakie Lara opponent, and the mark has been taken by Chris Wojcik. Right, Wojcik now. Looking down forward, kicks the ball towards centre half forward. Players set themselves, but the siren has beaten the Anakie Lara thrust this time, and we see at half time we have Anakie Lara 4 goals for 28, Eastern Suburbs 1 goal for 10, and that quarter was brought to you by the Guest Video Productions, and which was a 3-0 quarter for the Anakie Lara side, Paul.
Yes, Anakie Lara really took control that quarter, and they've set themselves up for a win here. It's only half time though.
Yes, it's still a half a game of football to go, but I think a little bit of frustration coming into the game by the Eastern Suburbs players, and a couple of free kicks given away that shouldn't have been given away, and Anakie Lara took full advantage of it. Right, we'll take a break here at the Western Oval and be back for the start of the third and vital quarter here this afternoon between Anakie Lara and Eastern Suburbs in Division 2 Grand Final here of the Under-17s.